Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today's video is a review, semi-review, more comparison between the brand new Dragon Ball Super Vegeta and Goku Super Saiyan Blue versus the pretty much essentially the Demoniacal Fit heads. Again, Super Saiyan Blue, Demoniacal Fit heads. Bodies are pretty much the same. They're both between Goku and the Goku Saiyan raised on Earth versus the Dragon Ball Super body. The orange is a little bit it's not as dark as Saiyan raised on Earth. Wristbands are different colors. Royal blue versus the navy. Belt is also more the navy versus the royal, and as well as the undershirt. It's a different hue of blue. Also, the feet are reversed on the colors on the boots are reversed as well. Other than that, there's really no other difference other than just a simple colorway. Vegeta, however, has a little bit more to him, other than even just the colorways. So you have the darker navy uniform versus the regular Saiyan armor, lighter blue. I know people have been forever complaining about this one because he's just too white or this and that. I mean, it's white armor. What do you want? Dragon Ball Super armor has they put gray panels in it, so they colored it gray on the inside just to kind of break up the colors. Also, brighter yellow. However, they did make an improvement on the feet, so the feet aren't as pointed anymore. And then he got an outsole on his shoe, so that was pretty cool. That was kind of needed. But yeah, let's kind of jump into the difference on the heads. The bodies, again, like I said, are pretty much the same. Even the same hands. So I'll just pop off the heads. So we'll just have a conversation about the heads more so than the bodies, because it's all about the heads. So Demoniacal Fit. Let me get the rest of the faceplates over with him. So, and then after that, I even got the Super Saiyan God for Vegeta. So, and then those are the faceplates for the regular SH Figuarts. And then we'll get to Goku in a minute. So, one of the biggest things about the Demoniacal Fit, when you looked at it, skin tones didn't really match. I mean, truth is, unless you were trying to put this head onto the Meijin Vegeta, that's where you would probably see the difference in terms of the skin tone the most. It does have that little bit of translucent effect to it. I didn't mind it. It gave off that feeling of energy. In terms of an actual difference in sculpt, there is one, right? So Vegeta, the Demoniacal Fit, uses more of a flared out head. It's the older style head, right? So it goes wider, whereas the regular SH Figuarts, it's not as flared out. Truth is, I don't mind either one way or another. Paint on this one's not bad on the Demoniacal Fit. Focus. There you go. Right, paint's not too bad. The only place you really run into paint with Demoniacal Fit was with Goku. Goku had issues, just because of the teeth, right? It was just, so you get that one versus this is the SH Figuarts one. So it's just a white glob of paint, so it's not as cool. It's passable, especially on shots where a lot of times you're not going to be all up on when you're doing your photography or whatever, you're not going to be all up on the teeth. It might be more eyes down, and the teeth aren't really as highlighted as much, right? Where you have maybe something like this face versus the gritting teeth. A lot of times this gritting teeth face would be almost pointed downwards, just because It's one of those types of poses. So uh, that would probably be the biggest thing, right? So just in terms of that, again, but Vegeta for whatever reason had a lot more detail, especially on the face. He even had the veins popping out in the side of his head. The new one doesn't do that, right? So this is the regular SH Figuarts faceplate. It doesn't. His veins ain't popping ahead. Probably not trying as hard anymore. He's strong, right? So, so yeah, you don't get veins popping. He's not giving himself an aneurysm anymore. So, I will say in the Dragon, the Super Saiyan God face for Vegeta. First off, in the movie, when the hell did he become Super Saiyan God? Like, when did Vegeta find six other? Well, there are six other Saiyans, and they all probably held hands and sang Kumbaya and turned him into Super Saiyan God. But that wasn't really explained. It's just like, oh, he's Super Saiyan God. He's flying through the air and he turned red. Um, so yeah, I mean, sure. I just wish they wouldn't be skipping these things so much, right? But again, in terms of the SH Figuarts head for Vegeta versus um, the Demoniacal Fit head, I don't mind them. Vegeta probably would be the worst example of like, oh, I got it. I don't need this because I already got this. It's the difference isn't really too far in terms of what you're missing out from one to the other. Um, if you don't like the older head that's more flared out, then yeah, you'll want this one. But if this isn't really a big deal to you and this works, then yeah, you don't need the new body. But again, body's essentially the same. There's no real difference in terms of our new feet really worth the new figure. And I mean, it maybe if it was probably because it was at the same price as the Saiyan Raised on Earth and even this this, what I keep calling it, Dragon Ball Blue, it's Super Saiyan Blue. Instead of Super Saiyan Blue, and you just, the main difference is you don't want pointy toes. And I mean, there are some people that are that are detail oriented like that, but at the same time, like, sure, I don't see what that justifies a whole brand new figure. And the worst part is, I think, really is Vegeta isn't the cheap one. Vegeta is the in terms of price, the more expensive one, right? So if you use the $30-$40 one, then sure, right? I'm talking Canadian retail, right? So if it was just that, then all right, cool. Like, throw me all the Vegetas you want with these little differences. But in terms of just the Dragon Ball Super feet, I mean, they are better. I do definitely like the feet better. I don't mind the color change. I don't mind the panels on the armor being painted. It's a bad example. I got his arms folded, so he's not. Can't even really see the body here. We'll open that up just so you can see the difference, right? And also it's flat. So whereas it is flat, but it's still like white, so it reflects a little bit more light. Because it's just a flat gray, it's a darker, and it absorbs the light a little bit more. So well, and also the rest of the body is a little bit darker, so it's even this navy is really flat. So overall, this Vegeta is a lot more. It doesn't reflect as much as, say, this one, even though he's pretty flat on his own as well. And he does even carry shading, but at the same time, he's just the regular Saiyan armor Vegeta isn't as he's not as flat as the darker one. And again, that's probably an effect of just the darker colors being used on the figure. What else is there about Vegeta? That's pretty much it in terms of Vegeta. Again, if you were to look at Do you need the brand new Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta? Uh, yes and no, right? If you don't like this head, sure. If you like this color on the body, the navy, with the gray, sure. If you're trying to be cartoon accurate, if you have a scene with full power Broly and Vegeta, especially with just the regular Broly coming, you know, I could see, right. This one's still my most like versatile Vegeta because you do the Super Saiyan yellow, you could do the his base form, and I mean sorry Super Saiyan 1 and 2, and then base form, and then also you can throw the Super Saiyan blue on him. I think that's what he. I think this was the uniform from Super as well, right? I mean, from Tournament of Power. So this one has been shown a little bit less. We don't have as much of a history versus this one, even though this one should be a little bit brighter blue. But at that point, we're just splitting hairs, right? So Vegeta again is, in my opinion, I would probably have to say the most. I don't need, right? And then his face isn't all that, he's got that smirk, right? Where I'd probably prefer if he just had the neutral face for the Super Saiyan God versus having that goofy ass smirk. But yeah, so that'll be it for Vegeta for now, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to get to Goku. So Goku, that's the regular, that's the brand new one. Out here in Canada, he doesn't come out till September, so he's at Fan Expo right now, so that was pretty cool. And then obviously he's out in Japan, so I think just the regular like bluefin distribution and North America sales, he comes out in September, where he's been out for a while out in Japan. And this is just basically the Saiyan raised on Earth body with a demoniacal fit head. So, in terms of the two bodies, white on the logo versus the dirty logo, same as in the back. Again, the oranges are different. I would probably say this is a little bit more cartoon accurate in terms of this brighter orange. So I may take this may become my base Goku. We'll see. Yeah, arms don't look any bigger than the other one, and yeah, I will say though, this head's this isn't gonna be very fair on this one. The Vegeta one was a little bit closer, so like it was one of those like if you just don't like it, if you don't like that flared out look, then here the difference is pretty big. New sculpt. I've seen customs for a new sculpt for Goku, which look pretty dope. I might have to scoop that up, but yeah. So okay, Goku, and I think it was out there where Goku was always the weaker of the two demoniacal fit heads. Paint's not bad, right? And the face isn't bad. Unfortunately for Goku, he tended to have a little bit more of the imperfections. He got that little mark on his cheek. Tried to do everything, alcohol, it wouldn't come out. And again, I was speaking about it earlier, where the head the gritting teeth face for demoniacal fit wasn't that great, right? It's this glob of white paint. I think I tried to take a pencil and panel line some teeth into there. It didn't work, so I didn't want to use black, obviously. Like, his teeth aren't black, so tried to use some light gray to get in there, but it didn't work. And then screaming face. Again, not bad, but skin tone off. Skin tone was a little bit off again, but not as bad. But then when you get over into the SH Figuarts, obviously, you got a lot better. Obviously, I could have probably painted this. I painted the outline of the teeth and probably make it a little bit closer to this one. But again, it's a lot of work. Right, versus where's the neutral face? There's the neutral grim face on the SH, and then Demoniacal Fit. So I mean, in terms of the sculpt of the hair, it's not as wide. Doesn't come out as much as the SH Figuarts. Right, so in terms of how it looks on the head, this one's, again, there's something that's a little bit off on it, but at the same time it's not too bad. So I think what it might be is it just sits a little bit too high on the neck. I don't know if deepening the hole would help it, so that way the neck sits a little bit lower, versus he got that giraffe neck syndrome, right? So at least that's what it kind of looks like to me. So here, let me put both of these guys in a straightforward, looking forward type position. Obviously the Demoniacal Fit sits higher, so you see more of the neck versus SH Figuarts, where it's not half of his. You get half the Adam's apple covered, not like the whole 60, and it's barely there, right? I could probably take a Dremel and just drill this one down a little bit more, and it'll sit lower on the neck. But the thing is like, so in this position with Demoniacal Fit, he's Jeffrey the Giraffe, right? Whereas, but then when you lower his neck, he's in the proper position. Whereas in SH Figuarts, he's always in that position, but then he doesn't have as much flexibility to look down. Hold on, where's my? That's probably why. Okay. Oh. Yeah, there. So, oh, what just happened? Just fell apart. Okay. What's happening? Okay, cool. So, in terms of, okay, looks up, looks down, pretty good. So, not as much though, without popping the face off. What it feels like. His head doesn't go down as much, which, I mean, you got to fake it a little bit more with this guy, because his hair kind of gets in the way, whereas you can still see Goku's face, where this guy is just this front piece is just all over the place. So again, with the Goku, he's not as it's not as much of a hit as this guy is, where the shape works better versus the Vegeta flared out look. He's just kind of, the way his hair goes is a little bit more conducive towards that, because he got that widow's peak. The front hair on Goku is just if it just looks wide, right? Whereas this one is just really wide. It's not going up as much. So paint's not as good on and this one. Again, this one had some issues with I don't even know what that is. Right, Vegeta oh crap. Goku didn't have as many issues as Vegeta, right? So that's kind of where we're at with that one. So, in terms of the heads, I want to say you can buy Vegeta by himself. You don't need to buy the set that has Goku and Vegeta. And if that's the case, then yeah, that kind of renders this guy kind of non not needed, and you can save yourself a little bit of money on this one if you don't like if you're not ready to commit onto this body and you just want the heads. I know a lot of the Demoniacal Fit, you can get it on like AliExpress, so there's that, and then there's a couple other websites. I'm still learning how to buy SH Figuarts online. I end up just going to a couple different websites and then stopping there. But the other third party stuff, I gotta learn the people that sell them on Facebook and all that other stuff. That's all. That's all still being learned. I did get the different belts for Goku, so order them from 86 Reviews. So hopefully those will come in, and I'll be able to just keep an eye on my Instagram. I usually kind of pop up the stuff on Instagram first. What else? That's pretty much it. Final verdict, I would probably say, goodness, Vegeta's. I would be good just with the demoniacal fit with Vegeta. I'm not hurting for the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I got him because I'm a completionist. Like, there's a reason why I have like 24 pairs of Kobe 8s in the basement. You just got to get them all. They're like Pokemon sometimes. Whereas, the Goku, there's a flaw, so there's not a need to complete that as much. What else is there? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, I'm still working on this channel. You gotta have that Ricky Bobby mentality. If you're not first, you're last. That is what it feels like on YouTube. What else is there? Oh, yeah, one more thing. Hold on, just let me pop on this head real quick. This is without breaking the thing. Good news is now that I got these guys may just go back. I might go back to Super Saiyan, regular Super Saiyan on him, and then just the base form Goku on this guy. So yeah, I'll have some more flexibility with my display, which isn't bad. I don't mind it. So kind of move these guys out the way real quick. Oh, they just fell. So I know I've been asked quite a bit about these Dragon Ball Evolve. Yes, these guys again. I still haven't opened. So I gave Broly to my son. My son, we went away on a trip, and I had to kind of bribe him to listen. It didn't really work because he didn't listen. But I did manage to. The reason why I gave him that was because I got this, right? So let's unbox this right quick. Let's see what this looks like. I might do a live unboxing of these guys. Hold on, let me make a mess. Let me make a mess and potentially screw up this video and have to reshoot it all over again because I don't have any editing software. A lot of this is just on the fly. Yes, I know. Well, you do everything in one take? Yeah, pretty much. That's why it's unscripted, so you hear me say a lot, because I'm trying to gather my words on the fly. Which is not bad. I mean, I know sometimes it can be a lot. My wife makes fun of me about it. It's like, if I had a shot every time you say I'd be drunk halfway through your video. You are very right. You would be drunk halfway through my video. So yes, Broly. This is the question I got quite a bit. Oof. Sorry. Score. Guess I'm not getting paid. Super Saiyan Broly. So. Where's Broly? Obviously, he's not as. This is a Dragon Stars figure, so he's scaled to be 7 inches, and that's literally all he is 7 inches. No mind to the scale of what he's supposed to be. I haven't opened Vegeta yet. Let's pop Vegeta open. But it's like, no, the packaging. Yes, the packaging. Vegeta, let's get this out the way. I need hands. I need to figure out a alternative for hands with these guys. So Vegeta, I didn't like as much, just cause the way his head is. Is there a way to edit that? I mean, is there a way to fix that? So again, Super Saiyan Blue. It's that Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Blue head. So hips are pretty stiff on this one too. And then you have the butterfly joints, the hinges on the feet. I mean, it looks up, so you can look up to Broly. Broly looks down because Broly. Oh well, no, this Broly looks straight. He don't really look up. I mean, the only problem with him is he's an indifferent Broly. I don't think in that movie he was not yelling. So you have a neutral face, indifferent Broly. It works. It works in terms of scale. If you really like this line, because I guess they're popping up now. I was getting all kinds of questions in terms of like, oh man, how do I get this and this and that. I might as well just open up Goku because I'm pretty sure that'll be the next question. Is Goku taller? Let us see if Goku is taller. And yes, I did give my other Goku to my son. So, there's that. The single pose. Ooh, wow, these are stiff. I should dump this in the hot water before. So, when you get these figures, man, watch. Right? Try not to put too much pressure on it because I don't want it to snap. There. It's crazy. So I guess that's a Goku thing because obviously you saw me kind of do it with Vegeta. It wasn't as, you didn't have to apply as much force. I'm just trying not to break this thing just because it fit. This guy in hot water. That way you don't accidentally break your figure. I had a Batman do that one time. That pissed me off. Alright. Claw hand guy. Face isn't. So, again, Goku is bigger than Vegeta. And just like I said in the previous video, I like the proportions on Goku a lot more. Right? So, if you're ever wondering what you were going to do with this midget Broly that you had for what you were going to with this Dragon Star midget Broly who can't do anything but he got no flexibility. He's oh yeah, see, popped off the leg. Can't do nothing but a neutral punch. Oh, good lord. Hold on. There you go. Like, you can't even... Let's move this guy over. So, I mean, it does have the waist. It does have a little bit of ankle tilt. But man, that's literally it. That's all you're doing with Broly. He's just standing there looking indifferent. Because he's not even angry looking. He's just kind of like, I can't even be mad because my body doesn't allow me to be mad. He's just like, And then, I don't know about Vegeta, man. Like, I thought he would be able to look down a little bit more, but he can't. He's just stuck there. He's kind of got that forward look. I mean, I guess you can probably... Oh, these joints are pretty stiff. I mean, I guess if you were putting Vegeta in that flying pose, that would work. But just he's like he's just permanently like looking up. So I guess you probably have to catch him like that on some crouching pose. Ooh, and then the joint's not pretty, but you get pretty good articulation. But again, you look like you got knee pads. Does Goku do that? See, Goku doesn't do that. That's terrible. Why did they do that to Vegeta? That's not cool. Kneecaps don't follow. Oh, this is a long video. I probably lost half of y'all at this point. I probably needed to turn this into 2 videos. But again, it's kind of one of those let's do it on the fly type of situations. So hopefully y'all stuck through me for the whole half an hour. Thank you everybody for all the feedback, all the comments. Unfortunately, yeah, just with these Dragon Ball Evolve figures, again, like they're not. You can see what they scale with. They scale with this guy, right? This midget Dragon Stars Broly, where Dragon Stars is normally way too big for SH Figuarts at this point. Wow, okay. At this point, this one's too small, right? So, sorry. And just had to fix some stuff. And he's not yelling, so he's indifferent. He's not even angry. I wonder if you can pop off that head, and I think the head for the other Broly, one, it's not even the right color, and then 2, it would just be too small. So I got my camera kind of facing up a little bit, so that'll give you a little bit more of a head-on type of look to the 2. So yeah, hope this helps you guys in terms of dealing with this new line and trying to figure out like how everything kind of scales and how to work things. Again, first wave, I'm sure they'll figure stuff out. $15 first wave. I wouldn't go too crazy over this line sucks. It's a really pretty good start aside from Vegeta's knees, so just put him in poses where he's not in extreme well, you see it either way, so he's kind of oops, well, popped out his shoulder. I don't even think that you can even I don't even think you even have enough range to fold it for him to be in that arms folded pose. But that's what every other Vegeta figure is posed as. So I'm pretty sure if I played with it a little bit more, I can get it to properly fold. But again, man, this video is really long. Thank you everybody again for all your support, all your views, all your likes, all the new subscribers. Thank you. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I will have more reviews. This isn't just a Dragon Ball focused channel. I had a couple things lined up, and I just really haven't had the time for it. So yeah. Again, thank you everybody for all your support, and till the next one, guys. Peace.